Tēnā koe. First, let me acknowledge the efforts put in by Mr Phil Twyford as he sought to marshal our opinions and effort. And it's very unfortunate, sir, that every time he speaks, he becomes the subject of Catweasel's attention, otherwise known as Boss Gowan, Parliament's chief whinger. Although I must say, sir, he's a welcome relief from Mr Garrett. And I think...
Point of order, the Honourable John Carter.
A point taken by one of the members of the opposition about name-calling of members, and members are honourable members in this House. It's not appropriate for that sort of language.
Thank you for that. The member knows that he should refer to the member by his full name. All members are honourable members, and a ruling was made by the previous speaker to that effect. The Honourable Shane Jones.
So the speaker before me was Nikki Kay, and she's made a spirited contribution. Unfortunately, sir, she's more a lion in the media and a mouse in the House. And I want to refer, sir, to what the media's got to say. Have decided I'm just not going to call anyone. I'll have a glass of wine or straight bourbon instead. Sir, it's obvious that bourbon, plural, were imbibed prior to that speech because, sir, reality was inversely related to what came out of her mouth. Indeed, she may believe, sir, that a new regional powerhouse is coming to be that's going to serve all the interests of this broad Tāmaki Makaurau area, but that, sir, is what the Royal Commission outlined. That is not what is in this bill. And as much, sir, as Nikki Kay may seek to cuddle up to this bill and may seek to represent its more redeeming features, found, unfortunately, sir, in the rear end of the bill, there is no way that this bill is going to enable those members to convince the wide sectional interests in Tāmaki Makaurau that this new super city is either accountable, sir, or going to be an engine for comprehensive growth, or more importantly, sir, a steward of the valuable resources amassed generation over generation in Auckland, in Tāmaki Makaurau. Because there's three things, sir, that this bill, unfortunately, has failed to deliver on. Firstly, it's going to worsen costs. Now, it seems to be the season, sir, where costs are beginning to rise. I don't want to speak any more about the budget. Others have already addressed that topic. Suffice to say, by the end of this year and early next year, cost of living will have spiralled out of control. And so, unfortunately, it's going to be worsened by this bill. We've had the Minister of Local Government, on the rare occasions he has been candid, identify today, sir, the tip of the iceberg. $200 million worth of money, sir, and that's only counting with an abacus. They haven't got the cash flow chart out yet. Sir, not only will Aucklanders be shortchanged by dint of the fact the vast majority of the resources will fall under the power and control of corporations who, sir, at a shallow level, it might be argued, are accountable to the democratically elected governors. But in reality, sir, they will be answerable to the second-hand car salesman, the friends of the current government, and those, sir, who believe that their commercial skills are of such a size that they ought to enjoy ascendancy over the democratically elected members. And that, sir, is why it's going to be costly. It's going to be costly because people will not know regularly what is going on. It's going to be costly, sir, because of the local committees largely having been disempowered before they start. Now, sir, it may be said that the reason these local committees are given such modest powers relates to the fact that they may somehow undermine the ability of the Super City Council to deliver on a broad, unified vision. But if you don't have local communities feeling they have a legitimate route through which they can bring their anxieties and their concerns to the power table, sir, you have disempowered the very people you purport to represent, you purport to serve. And they know, sir, and indeed more of them are going to find out, that the real power will lie with these shadowy commercial characters. Now, sir, there is a place for quality business stewardship in any enterprise that at a conservative level will have between $28 and $30 billion worth of resources and will have an impact on nigh on a third of the country's population. But this is not the bill, sir, to do it. I've spoken about the weakness of the local committees. Sir, I've spoken about the inordinate power, the huge degree of influence that these corporations will have over the affairs of Auckland. Now, sir, a number of corporations already exist, but they serve the interests of the community and the governance committee that is mandated, sir, in the tried and true route of participatory democracy. So, another reason why this bill, unfortunately, fails the Royal Commission recommendations is that it's going to worsen the rural-urban divide. The power, undoubtedly, sir, will be in the glass towers downtown Auckland. Because, sir, so much of the authority and opportunity for decision-making with influence has been vested in the tribes that occupy those glass towers. And so they fear accountability. And they also are totally disinterested in serving the broader communities which very rarely look to downtown Auckland or look to the supposed citadels of business leadership, because what causes them, sir, to get up in the morning and take pride in their communities are local issues. And that's what, unfortunately, this was about in the beginning. So we heard from Florence Nightingale of the Māori Party recently, Rahui Kātene, about why Ngāti Whātua and the mana whenua should somehow feel aggrieved. This bill is designed to serve the interests of all Aucklanders, sir. And Aucklanders, irrespective of what tribe they come for, should expect high-quality service from the new super city. This bill was never intended to be a battleground for issues that belong on the marae. And if the energy, rhetoric, reckless, coming from that party, sir, had have been invested into the budget debate, into something that was actually going to have an effect on the daily lives and the whānau in Auckland who toil away, then it would have some credibility. In fact, sir, the member who's meant to sit on that committee was conspicuous by his absence. And it beggars belief that they can stand today and trot out, sir, a set of concerns that ought to be directed to what the citizens of Auckland are concerned about. Park up marae politics, park up iwi agendas where they belong, in the customary world of Māori identity, and enable Māori residents, ratepayers and citizens of Auckland to stand shoulder to shoulder with their neighbours, with their community fellow activists, and free them from the Māori Party's grievance-riddled view about how Māori should be shoehorned into democracy and somehow bring with them the land grievance aura. That is not going to advance us. So, we actually don't fully agree, obviously, with the existence of a Māori committee, but the name of that committee reflects the fact that the Māoris of Auckland are a broad and diverse community, and they don't want to be put through, sir, the fulcrum of mana whenua politics. And that's why, sir, we've been at pains all along to say there should have been 2 Māori seats. They should have replicated what we have in this great house, and they should not bring the options, the priorities of runanga politics into the new super city. So that's why the role the Māori Party played in this debate was not only marginal, but it will soon be forgotten. Only thing that will be recalled is the rhetoric was loud, but the contribution at the Select Committee was nigh invisible. So, sir, fails on costs,